for the people that didn't hear Kellen on the first time I had him on, so your responsibility, if I was going to create a business card for you, you're responsible for, we'll call it the alphas of the Callaway staff. I mean, you got Rom, you got Xander, you got Min, you got Sam. Your responsibilities are the big ticket items, and every truck has their guy that deals with the top half of the staff, right? But the testing process that I've always seen with those guys is I don't want to say it's different than what you would do with the rest of the staff, but there is uh, a strategy difference between the two groups of players, right? So talk me through, like, if we're coming into November, and again, I already know this, I've been inside it, I've seen it a million times, but the listeners don't know this. But walk them through, like, if we're going into next year, and say for example you have prototype heads that you're going to hit with, you got Rombo, you're going to go Silverleaf, start testing. Walk everybody through the process of, like, landing and finally getting to January.
Are you talking what in terms of what though? Are you talking metal woods? You talking irons?
To
Because
say,
iron,
just stick to the driver. Like, you get a driver coming out, like, you got the heads. Like, now you got to go test with this
yeah,
guy. What does it look like to get him get him ready for the next year with a driver?
yeah. I mean, so it's options, right? We're gonna have options. We're probably gonna have, for us, it'll probably be like three different models. Um, for John in particular, it's gonna be. I'm gonna look at him and say, "This is it."
Right.
Right? I'm not going to go with the other two options. I'm not going to bring him with me. He's going to be like, "What the hell is this? What do you think? I'm that bad at golf that I need to hit this thing?"
Right.
So I'm just going to skip past that part, and just I usually only bring him two heads. It's just two heads, same
Right.
loft, same everything. Try to get same CG, everything, just everything set up.
When you say same CG though, you're saying same CG. So, like, when you go from product to product, so if you're going from Epic Speed to Rogue, you're matching CGs to the previous year. Or is it because obviously the head design's changing, right? So are you trying to still get everything as close to his current gamer as humanly possible? Or are you taking this new idea and just matching the head weights, weight placement? Like, how do you do that?
No, I'm trying to. Me personally, Um, I'm trying to make the new driver match his Rogue ST Triple
LS.
Diamond LS,
Yes. Okay.
which I think in the well, to me, in literally the history of golf, I think he had one of the best driving years ever.
Yeah.
So everything kind of compares to that, or I
Yep.
do. At least I do it right.
Well, it
Um,
went to him too, because he's always said that was the best he's ever driven. The ball was in
yeah,
2022.
and then essentially, I probably won't see him before I do a bunch of stuff with other people. And
Okay.
I'm not using them as kind of like lab rats or anything, but I'm getting more familiar with what other people are seeing and
Okay.
then trying to relate it to what he would do. Right.
Okay.
So I'm looking at what player A is doing, and player A may hit just a sweeping draw. Player B, I'm watching him. He might hit just a low bullet straight shot.
Okay.
Player C might be a 2 yard cut, right? So, and then player D might be like just a push, aim left, push it. So I'm trying to figure out how these things are working. Yeah, like I'm trying to figure out how these things are working for them, and then kind of calculating in my head what needs to be done, what loft needs to be set. Does it need to be more loft than last year? Does it need to be less loft than last year? I'm kind of doing all of that calculations in the head
Right.
just to figure out, because I'm only going to bring them two heads. I
Okay.
mean, it's kind of worthless to bring like a bunch of different options, because if the first one doesn't work and the first shot's not good, then it's getting thrown back at me.
Right.
Um, so just getting everything buttoned up to a point where I know that it should first shot be exactly the right pattern.
Right.
And like we've talked about before, I don't care if there's a quad or a trackman on the ground. The first shot is always about just patterns, because we're going to try to continue to satisfy his his love of the way that the club looks in general. So I'm obviously not going to bring him something that looks terrible,
Right.
but we just need to figure out the pattern first. If the pattern is, just a pull cut that looks like it is kind of, it still has energy after its apex and kind of flattens out and kind of goes, then we've done our job,
Okay.
and we've gotten it correct. So that is kind of the first thing. Like you learn so much from other guys. Um, and
Who?
John kind of affords himself, and he affords me the opportunity because he never wants to test anything until the season's over. If I
Right.
can't play it right now, then don't show it to me.
I've been there for that one. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't mind that at all. So